Are you ready for today's challenge? Go ahead, gather your supplies, and meet me at the art table. Fly, butterfly. Aren't they the most magical creatures? I think butterflies are so pretty. So how about we paint a butterfly today? I have here my materials. I have my primary colors, blue, red, and yellow, and then I have black and white, a paper or canvas, paper towel, a cup with water, 2 brushes. I have a flat brush and a round brush, a pencil, and for this lesson, we will need 2 cups, 2 sizes, one bigger than the other, a big one and a small one. Okay? Very nice. We're going to start drawing. I have my paper horizontally, and let's find the center of the paper. Just, an idea if you were to fold it both ways, where would be the center? Somewhere over here. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now make a line right there. Make a thick line. This is going to be the body of the butterfly. Okay? Now add a little circle on top because that's the head. Okay, now I'm gonna get the cup. Let me get the small cup first. I'm gonna get the small cup and I will put it on top of the body, and I will make sure that the cup touches the body, and you're going to trace it. The thorax, I believe. And then you do the same on the other side. Try to be very symmetrical. Butterflies are very symmetrical. So whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other side. So I got 2 circles. Now for the bottom, we're going to touch. Make sure that you touch the body. If you have to make the body longer, you'll do that. But what I'm gonna actually do, I'm going to kind of overlap the circle on top. See, I kind of overlapped it. And do the same on the other side. Very good. So now what we're gonna do, we have to decide which circle do we actually want to keep as like full. So I'm going to keep the top one and I'm going to erase the bottom one. So this is part of the bottom one. And this line is part of the bottom one. Just the part that they overlap. You got it? Now we have an idea. Okay, these are the wings. Now here they're gonna be pretty much flush, so they're gonna be flat. We can erase this little part too, this little line. We don't need that. Now do you see it? Okay, and then for the antennas, you're gonna go up at an angle and then curl it. Up at the other angle and then curl it. Okay, there you have it. The drawing of your butterfly. Now right over here, what I want to do is actually where there's like a little dent, I want to add like a teardrop or something. So you're gonna come from here, you're gonna open up and then bring it in and do the same one here. Go down. See what you did? Just adding some designs to my butterfly. Cool. Maybe here, I'm going to start on the side. I'm going to make a wiggly line. And then here, make a wiggly line. Whatever you do on one side, do on the other. So here I just went from the very corner, add a little teardrop, and then wiggly lines. Cool. The top, we're gonna just make the design as we paint. I think I'm happy with it. Okay, let's get started with our painting. Put the pencil down, make sure you have no eraser on top of your paper, and let's paint. Using the biggest brush that you have, wet it, and we're gonna paint the background. Now the background, I'm gonna make it very light and kind of whimsical. I'm going to get some water, and I'm gonna start with the yellow and add some water to my yellow. I get a little bit of yellow here on a separate location. Don't put it right on top of your yellow. And get some water. And so now you have a very watery feel and look to your paint. Just place it on your paper or canvas. And get another area where you want to put the yellow again. Maybe here. So it's going to be pretty light. Now we're going to do the same thing with red. Get a little bit of red, and then some water. And then we're going to start blending it a little bit too. Find whatever you do on one side, kind of balance it out on the other. If the colors are not blending too well, use some more water. Use lots of water on this one. And I'll do the same for, I'm gonna actually do purple, so I'm gonna get a little bit of blue, very tiny bit, not much. Mix it into that red that I already had. And get some more water. See, super watery, and place it on your canvas or your paper. Go around it. It's like a wash. You're just kind of washing and glazing, and see, I'm trying to keep it balanced. Putting one yellow here, red here, purple here, purple there. And then I'll do the very last one will be blue. Just gonna get some blue and more water. And then what's going to happen is if the blue touches the yellow, it's going to turn into green. So you'll kind of automatically have green. You see? So your strokes, make sure that they're going everywhere. They're not just going one side. They're just playing around the butterfly. I want to make sure that I have all of this covered. Okay. All right. Very good. Our background is pretty much finished. Now let's start painting our butterfly. Now the butterfly, you are free to pick any color you like. It's totally up to you. Make it yours. I'm gonna pick my colors. You're more than welcome to do the same, or you can pick your own colors. Okay, I'm gonna start with the top wings, the two top wings. And I will pick, I'm going to pick orange. I'm gonna get red and yellow. Mix them together. Now we don't need a lot of water, okay? We're just really gonna cover it up, and I don't want it to be too wet. And then a good idea is to outline it and then color it in. And then you do the same on the other side. Outline it. And then color it in. Very good. And now for the bottom, what I want to do, I'm going to use, I'm going to clean it up, clean off my brush a little bit while I think. I'll probably paint it green. This is my own butterfly that I'm creating. It doesn't really exist. I don't think this kind of butterfly exists. But you can paint one that does. So I'm gonna paint it green. Remember, if this area is too small for you and this brush is too big, then get the smaller brush. Use the smaller brush if you can't handle it, because sometimes we can't manage the brush because it's too large for the area. So then you use the smaller brush. I have to start making those hard decisions when you're painting. Is this working for me? Is it not? You test it out, and then you go from there. See, what happened is now I made this green too. It's good if you can make the same green enough to use on both sides, so that way you don't run into the problem of having two different greens. There you go. All right, orange and green. So far, so good. Okay, now I think I'm going to change my brush, because these areas are pretty small and that brush is too big for it. Now for the outside, I'm going to I'm going to use red. I'm going to use red, and I'm going to outline. Remember, you want to outline the border first. Try your best not to shake and stay within the lines. Outline all the edges. See, this one is a little zigzag, little wavy, and then you color it in. Do the same on the other side. Outline, outline, try your best, and then wavy. There you go. Now what about the inside here? I'm thinking, let me do purple. So I have red already on my brush. Just gonna get some blue and make purple. So purple is gonna go right in here. So I pretty much have all the colors that I use in my background. I'm using on my butterfly, but they're just stronger because they're not watered down. So they're standing out more. Okie dokie. Okay. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to start adding some extra details. So for the center here, for the orange, I want to make some polka dots. And I'm going to make those in yellow. I'll get yellow and I'm just going to add a little white to it. You see? Yellow and white. Actually, no, I'm gonna do yellow and white, but I'm gonna do the polka dots on the green. So what I'll do is I'm going to make little polka dots around the purple. Yeah, I like that. Polka dots around the purple. I'm creating this with you guys. I had no idea what it was gonna look like, but that's what art is all about. You know, you use your brain, you use your heart, you use your hands, and you create art. Okay, that's good enough. Now I think I need to add some blue. I'm cleaning my brush and I'm gonna get some blue and a little bit of white, just a tiny bit. No, that was a lot of white. I'm making light blue. I'm gonna use my finger because I want these dots to be big. And I'm gonna dot around the orange, just around. Make a few dots around. So I made around and I made one in the middle. So I made 5 dots. No, 6 dots. 6 dots. I made 5 around and then 1 in the middle. And then what I'm gonna do is actually get the blue again, the dark blue. Not gonna add any white, and I'll make little tiny ones around it. Oops, that was too big. So I'll just make little tiny ones around the big ones. See, so the top is really dotted, huh? Yes, it is. And I think I'm gonna get white. Clean your brush now. Make sure you clean in between colors. And I'm gonna get white. And I'm gonna make little curves that go along my waves. Or maybe I can just outline it actually. I'm just gonna go like this. I'll make a line, a wavy line. I'm gonna outline that wave. Cool, cool beans. Pretty cool. Let me paint now the inside, the body, the thorax of the butterfly. So I'm going to use black. Clean your brush, wipe off the white, and paint the body inside. You can outline it first. Use black, outline it on both sides, and then color it in. And do the same for the head. Make the circle, see, and then color it in. And then, now it's time to do the antennas. Make sure you have nice support of your hand on the paper or on the table. Hold the brush nicely, don't press too hard, very lightly. And you're gonna make that diagonal line, curve it and curve it. Do the same on the other side. And then curve it around. Feel free to move the paper around to make it easier for you. Sometimes that helps. I didn't want to do it so I could show you a little clearly. Cool, very nice. Now you are more than welcome to outline the butterfly, the whole butterfly, or just leave it as is, because it looks good this way too. But if you want to go around with black, and this requires a lot of precision, a lot of patience, you go around. I'm supporting my hand on the canvas, on on the table, and I'm going around. And what I have to do is always add a little water to your black and always reload, because sometimes the brush doesn't have any paint, and when we start pressing it and then nothing comes out and it becomes all muddy. So you want to use just the very tip of the brush. You don't want to use the whole brush when you do this. So I'm outlining it. Like I said, you don't have to outline. It looked good the way it was before. If you want to outline just one part of it, you can do that. You can leave, you say, oh, I just want to highlight one part. Not highlight, outline. Then you can do that. You leave just one area outlined. I'll probably outline here too, on the inside, on the green. That's because I want to. There you go. And then I'm going to add just a little line here. Not crazy about it actually. Let me see if I can clean that off. I'm gonna clean my brush. Now my brush has no paint. I'm gonna just try to wipe that off. Yeah, it worked. The reason why it worked is because my purple was already dry. So I'm gonna clean it with the brush. You see how the color is picking up? And then I can wipe it off with my finger. Oh, whew. Good. I was able to clean that up. Not always that we get a chance, but sometimes we do. Okay, now my brush is clean, has nothing on it. I'm gonna get a little white. I'm gonna highlight the head here. I'm gonna highlight the body. Just add a little bit of, just a little line. And there you go. Here's my butterfly. Now I'm gonna add just one more thing to make the background a little more whimsical. You don't have to. If you like your background, leave it the way it is. If not, if you want to add more, let's add some swirls. And they're going to be white swirls. Go small and then it starts getting big. Just keep turning your hand like this in the same direction, and it's going to get bigger and bigger, the swirl. Start really tiny, tiny, and then whoa, like you're making some curls. Whee! And they're very subtle. They're very light, but it's making it happy.
really happy. You can also make dots. How about dots? Let's do little dots. I love dots. That's why my name is Spotty Dotty, because I like dots. Dot, 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 dot. There you go. Here's my whimsical butterfly. So colorful. I hope you enjoyed making your butterfly, and I hope it's as beautiful as you are. Thanks for painting with me. Bye-bye.
Thanks for painting with me. I would love to see what you did. So how about you take a picture of your painting and post it on the Spotty Dotty Show Facebook page so I can see it and so you can be entered to win the Stay Creative Art Prize. And at the end of this challenge on August 31st, I will be going live to meet and greet you and to draw the grand prize winner. So see you tomorrow for another painting challenge.